Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 549.
The sexiest podcast on the network. My guy Brian, how are you?
I'm good, Tony.
I'm
you doing?
all right. I mean,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest, work today was fucking shitty.
Perfect.
So I came home and I made myself an old fashioned immediately, and that helped.
That's a good way
And
to
I
solve
made
it.
another one.
Yeah.
So
Wow, how convenient.
yeah.
I'm jealous. I really should just go pick up the random stuffs for it. I mean, the orange peel is the hardest part to keep around.
But I mean, all I need is like bitters, some sugar. You know, I mean, you don't have to put a cherry in it, but I do like a cherry in it.
Nah, I like the cherry in it though. But the cherry comes in jars,
some of those cocktail
so
cherries, they last forever.
Yeah. So that's fine. Like I said, it's just a matter of having the orange peel around.
I have giant ice cubes now, so it all really works out well. Yeah. Like I bought oranges specifically to make old fashions for the Super Bowl. Yeah, and I just never made
that would be the reason I would make. Oh, I was gonna say that would be the reason I would buy oranges too, because I don't really love oranges.
I'll probably eat the one I've been stealing the skin off of tonight, like in my lunch tomorrow. With the other one, I'm just gonna kind of toss in the fridge, and hopefully it hangs out enough for me to, make it to the weekend or something.
Right.
But it's one of my favorite cocktails. It's so good.
Yeah. Agreed.
Jeez.
Yep.
Well, what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah. Have an old fashioned. That's what you're gonna do.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. Agreed. Right. Meanwhile, I'm over here drinking Coke like a savage.
I got a couple spicy waters on deck as well. So.
Yeah.
But
as I making room for this monitor and stuff, I had to move some stuff out of here, and I put my bourbon in the other room for safekeeping, so I didn't accidentally knock it off the desk or something while I was moving shit around. Yeah, so currently I have nothing in here. So
that's got to be weird, huh?
Yeah. Otherwise, I might top off my Coke.
Hell yeah! Now we're talking, buddy.
Like a real savage, just pour it right into the can.
Man, I need to
slosh it around a little bit and be ready to
go. At the end of the night, I'm usually pretty tired, so I've got 2 pint glasses up here. I've got a Yeti up here. I've got an old Glencairn glass that I was drinking whiskey out of at one point when we were podcasting.
Sure.
And then just a handful of empty cans and plastic bottles. I am awful.
Yeah. You really do need you know what it is this is where you miss having your kids around.
Yeah, so I could be like, ah.
Yeah. Or the old move, which would, text them to come up.
That was classic, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then, just big here, take all this shit. Thanks.
I know. Thanks. And I'll see if we podcast it on the weekends. And then every once in a while I could get, Leah to be my intern. Yeah. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I guess the only other move would be, to teach Bomber how to, get up there, and you just put a bunch of stuff in a satchel.
What? Bomber doesn't even know the upstairs exists. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
She knows there's, some sort of thing that leads somewhere, because the cats go up there and I go up there and Leah goes up there.
Yeah. There's a magic portal of some sort.
She has no idea. She's never been up here.
Right.
And I'm cool with that. Boundaries,
I agree.
Baby.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah. As much as I love that stupid dog and her 18 brain cells that barely get along. It's like the Hatfield and McCoys inside that noggin.
Yeah. It's something in there.
Hey, is it? Or is it a bunch of nothing?
Yeah. I don't know. It could be
a bunch
of
vacuum
nothing.
Or something.
Yeah. True.
Right?
True. I mean, it sounds like there's at least a peanut or something in there that rattles around once in a while.
Maybe.
And maybe that just got in there by accident.
One of those peanuts that when you crack open the shell and it's like this withered husk of a peanut, you're just you're so disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the peanut that's in there.
Yeah, agreed. Yep.
Those are the worst peanuts, by the way. It's like getting those Whoppers that taste like trash.
Oh, yeah. Or that basically have nothing inside them.
Get that.
Yeah. That's just
it's like
piss
some
you
sort
off.
Of candy vampire sucked out all the goodness.
Yeah. Oh man, that reminds me of an old thing. Like my I know this is an old joke too, but this actually happened, which was my aunt she's playing, I don't know, cards or dice or something with my parents,
Roblox.
you know, and yeah, and you know, there was a bowl of peanuts out there, and my aunt's like, "Boy, these are really good," you know. And my dad's like, "Yeah, they were even better when they had chocolate on them." And she looked at him, and she's like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "I sucked all the chocolate off, just put the peanuts back." And she just sat there because she absolutely because he just
Yeah.
no, you know, my dad, like he could deliver dry, dry like
Yeah.
your
Good
dad,
straight man. Yeah.
Yep. And she just looked at him because she absolutely had no idea whether he was telling the truth or not. That was good times. And he never corrected her. Like he just committed to the bit,
That makes it
which
even
I
better.
like. Yeah, he didn't just start cracking up or something. He just kept looking at her like, what? Fantastic. I would have probably started laughing. I'm not as good of a straight man as he was. So
You would have cracked under the pressure for staring at you.
much like a peanut in my
Hey.
hand. Yes.
If I was gonna be something along the lines
But
of like a bowl of penis or something.
no, that'd be
Right?
terrible. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a bowl of penis at the house. So
I mean, if you want to count like bully sticks, I've had bags of penises. Because boy, those dogs love deer dick. Yeah, or
yeah,
whatever bully sticks come out
sure.
of.
Yeah.
It's got to be so weird to have a dick bone, right?
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah. Animals are fucking weird. All
I
right.
know.
So,
Very.
sounds like
It's
some
like
sort of pulp comic detective, though. Dick bone.
what would be great is to write that book and make absolutely zero sexual innuendo
None.
through the whole thing.
Nothing
None
sexual at all.
at all. It's actually a very serious noir like book, you
Yeah.
know?
Like he never says anything like she had legs for days. He's just like totally asexual.
Yeah. I was just yeah, exactly. Or he's just very
Yeah.
respectful. It's just,
And she looked mildly
uh,
attractive, but God is good, so I did not pay attention.
yeah, and then it's like the narrative switches over to her and she's like, I tried all my usual tricks, She's like, I, crossed my legs and uncrossed my legs. I stood up and took my panties off. I bent over directly in front
Exactly.
of him and he wouldn't
Is
budge.
that a sack of potatoes in your trousers? Or are you just happy to see me?
Right.
So sexy.
He's just like a eunuch or something,
Yeah, just
just
nothing.
nothing. Yeah. Like, all right.
Hmm. Good times.
Like I couldn't believe he charged a dame like me full price.
Oh fuck. So hi Brian. I mean, let's break some walls down. We tried this yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, it went
I
real
mean, I
well.
guess.
Actually, I mean, it really didn't go that bad until, you know, whatever happened to
Yeah,
your
my
place. I mean, I was just frustrated with not being able to get all my shit lined up because of being on a different computer.
well, what
So
happened here is my electrical system in this house fucking sucks. So
that's
like
fair.
in the kitchen, apparently the instant pot was still on keep warm, you know?
Yeah.
And Michelle likes to
Hmm.
drink tea at night, so she was getting the electric kettle going, which for some reason
Yeah.
the plugs in the living room are tied to that same circuit.
That
Yeah,
makes
the
zero
kitchen and the
sense, but
living
okay.
room tied all together.
Yeah.
So it popped a
Oh,
breaker, and
geez.
and the living room is where the router's at. Because I'm sitting here,
Right.
you know, I see you freeze frame, and you were like fingering your eyeball. It was a great freeze frame, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As I do. Yeah.
and I'm like, jeez, we lost it, fucking Skype, and I look up at the top of my screen and it just said no internet. I'm like, oh shit, what's going on?
Oh,
And
no.
that's when I got the text. We just blew a
Like,
breaker.
you're like, in the world or just
yeah,
here?
yeah, basically. Oh God,
No.
the apocalypse is upon us.
Yeah. Yeah, our place is wired to where I can't run my instant pot and our microwave at the
How
same
dare you
time.
want to prepare foods? How dare you,
Yeah,
sir?
it's like you right. So it's not that big a deal, but you just have to
Yeah, that's it. You
remember
need strategy.
because yeah, because you're just like, oh, while this is cooking, I'll just, this or that or whatever, and it's like, it's like pop, I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, I really want to I want my next place I live at. I want to be able to plug in everything and be fine.
Yeah, right.
I'm so sick of living in places where it has sus breaker boxes.
Well, that's the problem with old
I
houses,
know. And all
it's
I've been living in my whole life is old house. Apparently, I just need to somehow
right.
get some of that Texas tea, some of that black gold, and live in
Yep,
a
yep,
new house with sexy breaker
yeah,
boxes.
right. Ones where you can use two
Yeah,
appliances at the same
exactly.
time. How dare you want to, do things in more than one room at a
It's
time?
just, you're right, though. It is an old house thing, but fuck, is it annoying?
Yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. You're right. It was similar to like our shop. We had to be real careful with
How
the
many
way
Xboxes
we
we have
ran
going at
certain.
the same time?
Well, that too, yeah. But it was like, whew, yeah. There were a few other times where a breaker would pop, and because I had like the computer on, a fan, and like I had like four things going at one time, and it was just like, nah, and just
Yeah, you can just
died.
hear it screaming,
So
I'm giving it all she's got.
on the upside, much like here, the breaker's not in some weird ass place where you can't get
Right.
to it.
I mean, ours is in
So
the basement, but,
yeah,
dark. Debris because we still haven't
yeah,
fully moved in despite living here for 3 years.
right. Spooky
Spooky
things hiding in the
things.
shadows.
Exactly. The
Yeah,
gimps down there somewhere roaming. I
right.
mean,
Yeah, you don't want to wake him
exactly.
up. So
Nah, it's just annoying. Yeah.
yep,
It is.
I hear you.
Like I said, I just
Yep, sure do.
just want to, fucking buy a horse and live in the mountains.
That horse isn't gonna have good internet.
Yeah, dude, have you seen those new Tesla horses? They're fucking sick.
Well, why not? I mean, did you see there was talk of like being able to change something in mice to where they literally could carry a blockchain code
What? I did not see this.
so that yeah, let me
What?
see if I can find it real
Has
quick here.
science gone too far?
Yes,
Blockchain mice. I'm looking this shit up.
that's exactly what I typed into. Yeah.
Is the future for
Yeah.
cryptocurrency in the mice industry?
Yeah, oddly enough, this article here I'm looking at, the one from IFL Science, which is it says not the Onion crypto group wants to insert a Bitcoin into a mouse.
What?
Yeah. Yep. I'm trying to remember the reason. Obviously the story here will tell us. So
I'm so confused.
yeah. So when the mouse is born, it would supposedly have this private key hidden inside its DNA, non-useful protein, so the mouse will not be harmed. Ideally, the offspring of the bit mouse would also carry the private key, they said. We would make specimens of them to sell at auction after they die of natural causes, they write, with the physical specimens inspired by who cares. They claim that the animal cells will remain active under this preservation technique, but as the mouse is dead, it's not clear what it meant by active. At that point, a single Bitcoin would split into multiple specimens, but as soon as someone breaks the specimen to extract the genetic information and thus remove the bit mouse, the other specimens would lose their value.
What are we doing?
I
Do you
know,
remember the
right?
good old days where you could just use a beaver pelt and get a shovel? Now you gotta now you're gonna
Well,
have
we
a
took the
cage full of mice and be like, well, I know he's dead, but I can't rip his little body open and extract his DNA because I might fuck
yeah,
up the rest of my piggy bank full of mice corpses.
yeah,
I don't even understand
exactly,
uh,
right?
is this what happened to Rome?
All I'm saying, all I'm saying is that if this works, the next step is the Tesla horse with full-on space link internet.
Wait, Brian, I got an idea. I know we haven't
Yep.
referenced it in a while, but what if we make crypto hobos? We'll just insert a blockchain
Ooh.
code into hobos,
like this idea. Well, that's kind of the thing, right? If you start with mice, where does it end?
That's kind of what I'm getting at here. Yeah.
Do you allow a blockchain code to be injected into yourself so that maybe you'll have value after you're dead, and then your loved ones at like a new insurance policy,
the $1 million
basically?
man is the $1 million man.
Exactly.
What? Yeah, I don't
like it.
I don't think I agree with this technology.
Yeah, I'm okay with fiddling around with genetics for things that are beneficial.
Yeah.
But
What's
this
next?
no,
A
this
park
is a
full
little
of dinosaurs?
yes.
Awesome. I mean, I would actually probably love to go.
Yeah. Then we can have a park full of robots for an immersive experience.
Now we're talking.
Like going back to the West. No one's thought of that before.
That shit.
Nope.
Yeah. Crypto Mice. Sick band name, by the way.
Right. Yeah. It's got to be with a K though, right?
Or spelled like a crypt. Yeah. If it's like a metal band in that metal font, that looks like tree roots.
Yep. I really need to download a font that looks like that because that would be so easy to mock up and just put it.
Amen.
Just put up as a shirt. Crypto Mice.
Crypto Mice. Yeah. That shit's weird.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Agreed.
Yeah, I gotta change the subject. I'm gonna be focused on what
yeah,
I might as well just shove a quarter inside Bomber's asshole.
It's probably be worth more. I feel like with her brain, whatever the Bitcoin would accrue, it would just negate somehow. It would. I don't know how, but it would just figure out a way to like lose a number of the blockchain.
$1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, you owe money by the time you're done. Yeah, you're like, wait a minute.
Not how this is supposed to work, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it. Crypto Bomber. That's my new band name.
Fair enough.
So, yeah. Oh man.
Know, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway,
so how's your week been?
Yeah. Well, not too bad. It's kind of getting back. Feeling pretty normal again here. So, yeah, and like you, well, no, that was when we recorded before. That never happened.
I don't even know
Exactly. We got to hang over the weekend, and there was the Super Bowl, and we can get into those things a little bit more here. But I hadn't really done a whole bunch because first of all, it's been fairly cold and being outside, and that's not a lot of fun.
It's supposed to be in the 50s tomorrow and possibly tornadic.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to Ohio.
Yep.
It's fucking like 15 degrees today, and it's been the 50s tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's bring on Crypto Mice. Who cares anymore? Whatever.
Yeah,
who gives a shit?
We might as well. Yeah. It's not like we'll ever see them be valuable anyway.
Whatever.
Oh man. So how about you? How was your?
I mean, obviously the hang and the Super Bowl and all that. We'll talk about all that stuff. I feel weird rehashing stories I told you about yesterday, but it doesn't matter because these people haven't heard it.
Never happened, Tony. Never happened.
So I was at work, right? And somehow, apparently my blockchain in my brain fucked up. Because I was watching the dude in front of me clock out, and he's been there a long time. And he had a 4-digit code, like 2000 something, right? And mine, now that I know it again, is 40,000 something. So that's a lot of, I mean, I'm not sure how to assign numbers, but if you have a 4-digit and I have a 6-digit, odds are, you've been there a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But I was so fascinated by how low his number was, I completely forgot my clock in and clock out number that I use every day.
So your blockchain became blockchain.
Absolutely. And I punched in a couple different digits, and then I had people behind me doing dude, I got to go home. I'm like, all right. I went to the back of the line, and I tried again. I went upstairs to HR. No one was in their offices, so I just left.
Oh, you didn't hack their computer?
I wanted to punch it, honestly.
You should have just
And
hacked it.
honestly, the whole drive home, I'm like, how did you forget this number?
That it's also not like it was just
No,
given to
I've
you.
had it for years now.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
You've typed it in every day for how many years? What,
Twice a day,
twice a
in and
day,
out.
probably.
Yeah. And you know, it's funny because you hear about like, you know, a lot of like erectile dysfunction is mental. Like you can't get it up and suddenly the
Yeah.
pressure is right there. And then you're like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Well, it's because you looked and you saw someone else's was 4 digits, and you can't figure out why
Yeah,
yours is
right.
6 digits. You know? Yeah.
So I got inside my own head and I'm driving home and I'm like, and even when I got home,
And you got a wild
wild
erection.
erection.
Like, wait a
But
minute.
it's like even when
What's
I
going
got
on?
home, I was just like I was flabbergasted. And I'm sitting there trying
Wow.
to think, I'm like, oh, you know what? It's this. So I was like, hey, AI entity who's listening right now,
Right.
remind me about this number tomorrow morning because I didn't have anything to write down.
Yeah.
Get to work. I look at my phone. I'm like, yep, that's number. Punch it in. Nothing. And I went, you know what? Fuck it. I'm like, I'll just deal with this later. You know, and I told my
Yeah.
boss, he was like, oh, okay. And, you know, I went up, I talked to HR and, you know, like, oh, well, maybe you're just, you know, like punching the wrong code because it's a touchpad. It's very sensitive. I'm like, yeah, maybe that's it. I'm not going to tell her.
They're like, you just don't find this job sexy anymore.
And then she's like, well, because your number's this. And as soon as she said it, I was like, of course. And my
Yeah.
dumbass was thinking
Right.
it was 14,000 and change, and it's actually 40,000.
Oh.
And I had all the numbers. I just was, you know, yeah, they were all
Yeah.
just mixed.
Yeah.
Oh God. Like I took after I clocked in, I took a Sharpie and I wrote that shit on my locker door, like the inside locker door. I'm like, I'm never forgetting this again.
I'm surprised you just didn't put it in your watch
You
or
know,
something.
it's right there. Maybe I forget my watch one day.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. What if you forget your locker door one
Dude,
day though?
that happened to me like when I first got hired. I could not remember my combination.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and that one though, I did put in my phone. It just took me a while to find it because I didn't label it.
Yeah.
It was just like 3 arbitrary numbers in my notes somewhere. You know,
right. I had that happen when we were in high school. I had that happen where one day I could not remember my locker combination, and I really needed, like, my homework was in my locker.
I know because well, our going back in time here, our high school is fucking huge, so you
Yeah.
didn't always get to your locker frequently.
No, that's
And
yeah. And a lot of times, like for me, where my locker was, most of my classes were on the opposite
yeah,
end of the school.
like
So by the time I got up there, I had literally no time. I had getting almost run to
I
my
mean,
next
there was
class.
one year I never used my locker because of it was inconvenient.
Yeah.
I just carried all my
Yeah.
shit
Once I
on
was
me
in
like a
commercial,
fucking Bedouin.
yep. I did that my sophomore year. Junior year, I got into commercial art, so I just kept everything in the commercial
makes
art
sense.
room because it was closer to all of my classes.
Stupid.
So,
Now
yeah.
kids just have laptops. They don't know the pain. They don't know the struggle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I although it's funny. That's not funny, but whatever. But like Michelle brought up, she's like, you know, maybe you had the like no symptom COVID because that's apparently one of the big like side effects of COVID right now is brain fog and yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
Shit, I've had that for like 15
man,
years now.
you're patient zero, bro.
Oh,
And I was
jeez.
like, I don't know, maybe you know, maybe I'm just
Yeah.
stupid sometimes. So
I think it's just one of those things. I think, like we talked about. Well, no, we didn't. I mean, I had something similar happen when working at the video store, and it was only like a 3-digit code, and just one day I completely could not remember
Right.
what it was, and I had to like have the store manager look it up for me because I absolutely could not remember what my
Yeah, I
code
hate that
was.
Although on the flip
Yeah.
side of things, is there anything funnier when you go to like Myers or something, and say you buy like a 6-pack of beer, and they gotta come over and punch their code in. They scan their employee card, and it's like boop boop. Their code's like 2 digits. That always
Yeah,
makes me
yeah.
laugh.
Like, it doesn't feel very
It's like, wow,
secure.
what a
Like,
fortress of security.
Yeah, it's like you know I have your code
Yes.
memorized now. It's
It's 5
1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
Yeah. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. What kind of idiot you?
Exactly.
Yeah. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it was. Yeah. Man.
So yeah, I felt pretty stupid, but whatever.
Well, at least you got it
Yeah.
squared away. For now.
For now.
Till you forget again.
Like
Yep.
basically, today was the thing I work with all the time went down, and it turned into just me. I think it was. I wasn't even at my first, or no, it was at my first break, and I'd already like walked 4 miles because I was running around trying to fix this thing, and God, today was a fucking nightmare. Hence the drinking. Like normally,
by fixing it, you were just taking a giant wrench to it, right?
That's why I watched our maintenance guys basically do that. But yeah, it's oof. Today was one of those days, Brian. Yeah, little Limp Bizkit action. But whatever. On a flip side of things, lovely Monet's, local little veggie store. I went there over the weekend because well, much like my employee code, we went shopping over the weekend and totally forgot to buy like one of the main portions of our meal, ground beef.
Right.
Don't know how that happens, but whatever. But I was like, I don't want to go back out. I'm just going to head up here, go to Monet's. They have ground beef, whatever. And I grabbed a couple of odds and ends. And this little old lady, I'll take whoever's next. And I'm wearing my shirt, it says "My First Knife Fight." It's got like 2 cartoon kids like dueling.
Yeah. Sure.
And she just keeps staring at my chest. And she's like, I'm just trying to read your shirt. I went,
try and look.
I know,
dude.
right?
That's not
like,
cool.
my eyes are up here.
Hey, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Like, but so I'm like, all right. So I open up my shirt. And she's like, "My first knife fight." Oh, jeez. And then she just goes, "Wow, those boys on your shirt remind me of my sons. They used to hit each other with icicles." I just loved her out.
She means up until last week when one finally died from it.
Exactly.
Oh, shit.
So weird. So weird and random.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's funny when you wear shirts like that and then you forget you have it on when you're out in public or something, and you're like, oh, yeah, this.
Yeah, basically. Like, I don't even think about it. I just I just grab a shirt out of my drawer and throw it on,
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been getting into, like, wearing joggers lately. Got a 2-pack from Costco for like $14. They're just sweatpants, but they call them joggers.
Yeah.
But dude, they're like fleece lined. They're so I got them on right now. Fuck, so soft and comfy.
Yeah.
God.
I was wondering why you keep rubbing your legs. The next step is to get some velour ones.
If I can find some velour ones. Now we're talking.
Yeah. Very sensual. Yeah.
I'm dying. God damn, I think it's hot. Sorry.
Also, it's risky, I mean, you're running that and a computer at the same time. I don't know
lights and shit. Yeah, apparently this room's fine.
Jeez.
I guess I need to move the kitchen up here.
Yeah. It's funny though, right? You'd think that like the best wiring in the house would be like in the kitchen, living room areas, but unless maybe for some reason up there got rewired later or something, or that's a newer build or, a remodel or something like that in the house.
I don't know, man. It's all annoying. That's what
it's weird.
know.
I don't like it.
Same. It's pretty annoying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pretty annoying.
Yep. So, we hung out on Saturday. That was a good time.
We should do that more often.
Yeah. I agree. Yep.
Yeah.
Kicked it off with a nice light hop slam,
right?
To just to get us going a little bit, a little high octane, super hoppy beer.
I mean, just to get ready for a nice little taste test,
Yeah. It's funny because I haven't drank much recently, and every time that happens and then Hop Slam comes out, it's a complete blowout of my
Oh,
palate because
it
it's
is so
so
hoppy.
hoppy, But it's also like, it's so good.
I still have one
Like, I
left. I'm
still
trying
love
to figure out when to crack into it.
Yeah. There's no beer math to do on
No.
Hop Slam. It's, it's a different set of beer math because on one hand, you also want to savor it. Like, you don't want to, or not savor it, but it's like you're not looking to whack
I
down
mean,
6
it's
of
so
those.
well. It's very high ABV, and it's so
Yeah.
hoppy that's like
Yeah.
maybe I could do 2, and it's like I got to move on.
2's about my. Yeah.
Yeah, because it is a
Yeah.
like
I
a
think
depth charge
that's,
to your palate.
it really is. Yeah. The move is like if you're at a bar and you get Hop Slam, you have like one, maybe 2 of them, and then you move on to something cheap because you're probably not going to be able to taste it from all that hoppiness from the Hop Slam.
Plus, Hop Sam's not the cheapest beer as well.
Also, yeah. So it's probably a good move to drink cheap the rest of the night anyway.
Right. Yeah,
So then
I say we had ourselves a little what the fuck's that thing called?
Batman Calzone.
Calzone, a little video for that. We did we ate some styrofoam, did a little video for that. And then with the old Bud Light hard soda pack, which I was hoping to edit the video tonight, but we're recording tonight, so now I'll be doing that tomorrow.
Right. Yeah. Right. That was a good time. Though.
It was fun.
So, that's all of them are. So yeah, look for those at some point in the future.
On a Salty Language Pod on YouTube.
Yeah. Go ahead and just head on over there right now. Mush the subscribe button. Watch all the other videos.
Love to the alert bell.
Can you imagine going over there and looking at all the other videos that are on there, considering every time we post an episode, one goes up?
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh
geez,
God.
So many videos. I mean, there's a ton of videos on there, but there's playlists.
There's a lot of actual videos of the podcast now, whereas for a long time it was just the audio version. It's just another place to put the audio version.
Now we actually have our beautiful faces on the internet.
Sure.
Like I said, there is some.
What's amazing?
We got some best ofs in there for if you want to listen to some really old shows. And
yeah. One of the things I'm noticing is like with this webcam that I'm using versus the camera that was on my laptop. The camera on my laptop, everything kind of had like a blue filter to it, and I'm way more washed out with this one.
Is your monitor super bright? I bet you that's
got
something to do with
that's
it.
Probably most of it. It's also huge, so I can't really escape it. Unless I counter the light.
I mean, I had to like I got this ring light over here, and I have to have it face the wall because if I have it facing me, it's like,
Oh, nice. Yeah, then you look like me. Yeah. I mean, there is also my natural, opaqueness anyway.
I mean, so, you are a vampire. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm almost translucent. So almost.
Yeah, are you digging your new rig?
So yeah, that was. Yeah, it's nice to. Honestly, the best part has been the monitor because I can really, like right now, I can look at all 3 programs I have open right now and not have to completely, like when I click on one, it takes up almost the whole screen. Like if I click over to Audacity right now, I can still see you without having to use the little thumbnail that pops
it's nice
up.
to have a little extra real estate, isn't it?
Yeah, so much. Well, also, like if you want to go between windows a little bit, it's quite easy, much easier too. So I miss on the Mac that I used to have, on the one mouse, well, you can program your mouse, however, but the mouse that I had, like you squeeze the sides of it and it just slid all the windows out to where you could just pick the one. And I think Windows has that too, but I just I haven't programmed my mouse to have that option.
Cool. I wish my mouse would work half the time.
Well, that's what happens when you buy a $2 mouse, dude. Quit buying them at like convenience stores.
Look, it lights up. It changes colors.
Oh, well, mine lights up. It just doesn't change colors because, it's got a red light on it that's telling me I need to replace the battery.
Yeah, I bought this because, one, it was cheap, but I was like, oh, cool. I like LEDs. I can pick the color. I didn't realize it's just gonna like continuously just cycle through colors.
right, and just burn the battery out.
Basically. Yeah, no wonder
And
it's
probably
always
the
never
mouse.
working.
Yeah.
I do need to get a new mouse. I was looking at them at Costco,
Yeah.
and I was like, they had mouse and keyboard combos, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I'd rather spend my money on other things.
Yeah, like Hop Slam.
Thunder
Yeah.
Fury Road going on. Like Fury Road 2.0. Did you hear that shit?
Yeah. I did hear it, yeah.
I can't wait to not live
hell?
in like this neighborhood. I think I say that every
Oh,
episode.
yeah, but you lived in the country before, and that was Fury
I
Road.
lived in the country on a fucking busy ass road.
You really did. That was a really busy
if
road.
I would have went one
and
road
it wasn't
in
just
any direction, it would have been better.
Yeah. Yeah, the biggest problem was the semis going through most of the time. So,
that was annoying.
Yeah. Indeed.
Like watching your walls vibrate 84 times a day. Ugh,
good times.
Gross.
Yeah. Got to be great for the foundation of the house and stuff too.
Like a sieve. So.
Yeah. I don't doubt it. It was getting rattled all the time.
Just like my sense of well-being.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. No, it was weird.
Yeah.
This weekend, right? After it was Sunday, it was I was sitting there thinking about us recording. I was thinking about how I want to start streaming, which I've done a couple Twitch things now. But I want to do one of a camera, so you can, I got this green screen over here. It'd be cool to use.
Right. So you can just put it on your balls the whole time.
No one's ever seen balls play games.
Yeah. That's right.
Just put glasses. Perfect. Little eyeballs.
Yeah, sure.
I was just like, God damn it. I really wish my old laptop worked. I'm like, because I just need something to act as like a recording device. It's all I need. Or a gateway to the internet, basically. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me go upstairs. I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to hit the power button. I'm going to see what happens. So I powered it up. And it's like doing the boot thing, and because I can't remember how to do it, I looked online how to like get to the system, this factory reset screen, whatever you want to call it, system resource screen.
Yeah.
And I've never been able to get to that screen before, and I got there. I couldn't believe it.
Nice.
Right. And, like it took a good portion of the day, but my laptop reset. And besides having to take some junk software that comes preloaded on and off. Yeah, it's like I'm not going to do anything else with it but use it to like record us in Twitch and shit like that. Maybe update the website in the living room as opposed to coming up here.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I couldn't believe it worked.
Yeah, good.
I'm shocked. The only thing that sucks is I know I had stuff on there I wanted, but I could never get.
You could download more porn.
Dude, I had some really good stuff. Nah, but it's like whatever. It's like it worked.
Right.
I'm blown away. It's weird.
It just needed a long break.
It's just the weirdest shit ever.
Yeah, it was too overworked before. By trying to turn on.
I mean, I had a lot of programs on. I know I had all kinds of dumb shit that would try to start up because I've had that laptop forever.
Yeah. I try really hard now to stay on top of the startup menu and get rid of everything that is not essential, which is funny because most of what tries to start on startup is non-essential, It's like, damn it.
I don't need any of
like
this.
Skype is a great example. Every time I start Skype, my computer tells me that it's like, oh, a new thing has been added to the startup, blah, blah, blah. And every time, of course, it's Skype. So every time I boot Skype, it tries to turn that back on.
It does.
So I have to go back in and turn it back off because I don't need Skype to open on startup. Like I only need Skype to open when I click open.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Like that's it.
Horrible.
So yeah, quite annoying.
Super duper annoying.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm pretty pumped.
Speaking of super duper.
Oh wait, what you got? Speaking of super duper.
No, I just Super Bowl.
Let's do it. Let's fucking talk Super Bowl, my guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I was happy we had that it was a, close game, came down to the wire again.
Yep.
Seven playoff games in a row where it came down to like the last minute or two of the game. And it's like, I know there's a lot of people who've there were some bad blown calls in the game. There was a horrible face mask on that Bengals receiver, by the Bengals receiver on that play that turned into a touchdown that was not called. There was like the whole offensive line of the Rams jumped up, false started, and they didn't call it. I don't know how they didn't call that one. There was a holding call that wasn't called. There was some bad calls, but it's like, it sucks and people are gonna whine, especially if it was your team that was on the wrong side of them. But it's like, unfortunately, as long as there's it's the old baseball argument. As long as there's the human element, calls are going to get
human
missed.
element. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, and it sucks. You always would love to see a game where they get them all right, and it's just the players actually decide the game.
Now, how many people do you think though were like? Because a lot of those kind of like shady-ish kind of calls went against the Bengals right at the end of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
How many people?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Well, they're playing in their home stadium, so.
Yeah. There, I saw quite a few of that, or people saying that the NFL is no better than the WWE and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, come on, like, look, you know what I really think is every football fan needs to be able to go out and try to ref a game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
good luck calling a game at that
speed. There's a simulator for everything on Steam. Why isn't there NFL referee simulator?
Oh man, there
like
should
a
be.
Person
and see how. Yeah, it's the same as like watching oh shit, I can't remember what show it was. Oh, it was W. Kamau Bell's show on CNN. I forgot what it's called. And he went through like the simulator that the police go through for like hostage situations and active shooter type stuff, just to go through it. And at the end of it, he was just like, holy shit. Like, he's like, the amount of time you don't have basically to make decisions, it's so it's like, I'd love to see fans go through this same thing. And it's like, let's see how many calls you get right. It's like, I understand, you would hope, you'd think at this point there could be somebody up in a booth or whatever somewhere that's like, yo, the whole team jumped up, false started.
You would think that, right?
Like, how do you miss that one? The face mask one I can see, because just things are moving so quick. Maybe somehow you miss a guy's face just getting ripped sideways, but the whole team jumping the snap. I don't know how like, there's no time where the offensive line all moves, then the defense moves like that, But what are you going to do? Overall, I think it was still a pretty entertaining game.
Yeah.
So, and thank goodness it wasn't a blowout. No. That's
the only thing that sucked for me is I stayed up and watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a blowout.
Yeah, it's like 5 or 6 hours. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If it was a blowout, you would have been able to go to bed.
I would have been like, yeah, whatever. No shit's given.
Like, you would have missed all the crypto commercials.
There were so many, although we all freaked out when that QR code hit the corner.
Oh yeah. There was only one crypto one that I liked, and that's the one with Larry David.
That was a good one. I've got 10 forks here.
Yeah, that one, I've seen it a few times since, and eventually it'll get old, but I still crack up at it because it's 100% just Larry David from Curb. Just Larry Daviding it up. So I love the the light bulb one too. Like, it stinks. No one's gonna go to the moon. It's too far.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah,
I know. I mean, we got to talk about the halftime show.
For sure, we do. Yeah,
what a great halftime show!
I loved it, dude. The things that I loved the most were the fact that Snoop Dogg crip walked during the Super Bowl
that's
halftime show.
The one of the things I said. I'm like, I think it's hilarious. Everybody's crip walking.
Yeah. Did you see like the pictures that people were about on the internet of like Snoop hitting a blunt before he went out for his performance? Right? Like, dude, you got to do your warm-ups before you go out there.
Right?
Like, That's, Snoop had to get his mind right. That's a lot of
It is
people
a
to
lot of
perform in front
people.
of. Also, it was whatever time of the day it was, so Snoop had to hit a blunt.
Also true.
Oh man. Um, and then the surprise of 50 Cent, which the internet apparently has loved because everyone's apparently calling him fat, which I didn't think
No,
he's fat. I mean, he's not maybe as
I mean,
ripped
I
as he
would say he's
was.
thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Like,
was
I
not
don't know,
like
maybe
I don't know if you saw some of those pictures of Busta Rhymes for a while there. And I know
Oh
Busta's
yeah,
since
yeah.
gotten back in
Us was in
shape.
great shape now.
But for
Yeah, he was actually in Men's Health. They talked to him about getting his ass
I
back
mean,
into
for a
shape.
while there, he was like, Busta Buttons or something.
It is. I think he said at his heaviest he was like
Oh boy,
340
goddamn Busta.
and got back. Well, part of it though is he was still. I mean, he's carrying muscle because he always was in pretty
Right.
good shape. But part of his losing weight was heavy weightlifting. So he put on some bulk while he was doing it. But still, now I think they said he's rolling. He's definitely under 3 by quite a bit. But man, he's big. You know, he's got some bulk on him. But it's like I wouldn't fuck with him
Right,
bulk.
right.
You know.
Don't mess with his snack
Like
bag.
he's powerlifting and stuff. Yeah, he's doing some heavy lifting now. So
No, it was. And I didn't
different.
realize it, but you think back on it. I didn't realize that was the first time there was like a hip hop halftime show.
Yeah, yeah,
I know,
which is
right?
crazy. There's been country and pop music has had the most. There's been rock. It's like why has there not been any hip hop at this point? It's
We're waiting
stupid.
on now. Fucking heavy metal halftime.
I know. I can't wait. Metallica's playing next
That'd be
year.
sick.
No, they're gonna just do they're gonna get like Dying Fetus out there. Crowds into it.
Hell yeah.
Man, I knew there was going to be a bunch of people. Like, obviously, there's going to be an element of people making fun of the halftime show because that's just what the internet does. But then there was also that element of people bitching about
Hey,
the internet
fuck those
or
people.
about the halftime show. Which, again, no matter who they put out there, they can't 100%
Yeah, because if
win,
like
right?
Trace Atkins was on stage, I'd be like, wow, I guess I'm going to the Puppy Bowl.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go hit myself with a brick for
The
20
funniest
minutes.
thing is though, it's if I'm going to the Puppy Bowl because some country act is on stage, guess who I'm not
Yeah,
tweeting? The NFL.
yeah, yeah.
I'll keep that shit to myself and bitch to my everyone in my house. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be like,
Well,
twangy big hat.
well, that's the thing I don't get is, and like I said, it's not just because I do happen to like all the acts that were in this year's
Yeah.
Super Bowl or the halftime show, but it was like no matter who it is, I generally, if I'm gonna watch it, I give them a chance.
I mean, it only makes sense,
you
Brian.
know, or you're just like whatever. I know this isn't for everybody, but it's the Super Bowl. This has got a lot of eyes on it, so they're gonna try to capture as many. They're gonna try to find first of all something non-offensive
Right.
generally, and second of all, they want something that's broad ranging. So I get why they picked the acts that they've picked. They picked some of the biggest acts in the world to do the halftime show. It makes a ton of sense. I get it. Most years it's something where I'm like, nah, like I don't, and nothing, of course. There's also the element of the internet that was, nah, Prince. And it was like, yeah, we all know Prince put on the best halftime show, but Prince is dead, A. B, they don't bring acts back generally. So get over it, Like, we all know Prince was amazing. That's what Prince did. Prince was amazing.
It's it's funny because the next morning I'm getting ready for work and I'm looking at Face Page, clearing off notifications on my phone. One of my friend's wives, who shall remain nameless, they posted, wow, the halftime show was so good. How about next year we do like an East Coast one with Lil Kim and Nas and Run DMC and DMX. And I just had to I'm like immediately like five in the morning. Boy, if they can get DMX, I am impressed. And like,
yeah, there's a reason Tupac didn't show up during
right?
California. Although I did see some people that were like, kind of like, I'm surprised they didn't bring hologram Tupac
Yeah, that would
out
have been cool
for that. And I think they could have done that, and it wouldn't have been in bad taste because, I mean, obviously, he was part of that song. But
I
yeah,
think, I don't know. She sent me, she like mentioned me in a comment, but I was at work, and then when I went to go find it, she
yeah.
ended up deleting her post, so I have no idea what she said to me, which makes me sad.
I feel like, did she delete the
whole
overall
post?
post?
Is gone.
Yeah. I bet you multiple people pointed out to her that DMX is very dead. I mean, at least with Tupac, you could have been like, yo, Tupac's still alive. Like,
Yeah, right?
But, yeah, that would have been a rough get.
Yeah, I know.
Oh boy. I do like your idea though of going
great,
East
it?
Coast next time. Yeah, or what would have been kind of cool is, since essentially that beef is realistically fairly gone, would have been to do half and half.
It would have been cool.
Do an East Coast, West Coast kind of thing, but not have gunfire, hopefully. But it's in LA, so it makes sense to do West Coast. If they have one in New York, then
that'll never happen. Those too
then
cold.
Do East Coast. Oh, they've had them in there in the past.
They got to go somewhere warm.
Terrible idea. That's where they should be. Yeah, or in a dome. But even the dome, it's like it could be shitty weather outside, and people have a hard time getting to it. So it's just smarter to pick like Miami.
Agreed.
Yeah. So, well, out of curiosity, did you see The Rock's intro to the Super Bowl?
A flashback to the '90s Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Yes, I did see that.
It was very much
I was
his.
Like, wow, he's just fucking like channeling, the Rock.
Yeah. It's a cool moment for him. I saw him post on his Instagram about, as a guy who always dreamed of being in the Super Bowl. Basically, that's as close as he's ever going to get.
Enough.
So it was kind of a cool moment for him to be standing on the field and, being some part of the Super Bowl.
But still.
Although I gotta say, I have one disappointment in his thing, which was when he's like, the thousands in attendance, and then he's like, and the millions watching at home, and I was like, oh, he didn't pause.
Exactly.
It would have been great too if the crowd would have been into it, be like, in the millions, millions. That would have been fantastic.
Thing would have made it better, Brian.
I know that's why
is in the middle of him like entering the Super Bowl, you just hear. That'd have been awesome.
Oh God! Oh God! That's the rattlesnake.
That would have been great.
That shit would have been awesome.
The Rock just turns and looks to the end zone. Here comes Stone Cold with some Steve Weisers. Oh boy! Yeah. Somebody let Uncle Steve out of the house. He's been drinking.
Oh fuck! But
one of the grounds crew comes over to Stone Cold and is like, "Listen, there'll be no stomping any mud holes on my field."
We have no idea how much time and care we put into this. Yeah. No mud holes.
You do that on your own yard. I don't care if you do walk them dry.
Oh man, yeah. It was a good Super Bowl though.
Overall, pretty entertaining.
Like, and even like the ads were fun. Like everything was just a good time.
Yeah, the Eugene Levy ad probably was my favorite overall ad.
I saw that one.
You didn't see where he's in he becomes like an action star basically. He ends up in like an action movie with Batista and stuff in the commercial. He's got like long gray hair.
That one.
Oh man, that one was.
That must have been one of the times
I
was like going to make wings or letting the dog out or not watching football
or pissing hard. Yeah,
dude, I piss hard.
Yeah. Oh, it starts off. He's in like a yellow sports car, and it just all goes to his head basically, and and next thing you know, he finds himself like in an action movie to where Batista like jumps into the car while he's in midair, and while he's doing it, like a coffee cup's floating in the air, and he catches it and turns. Batista lands in the seat and he goes, "Watch the coffee," and then just like catches it in midair and just goes right into a sip. It's really
awesome.
good. It was really well done. Yeah.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, I missed that one. That makes me sad.
Yeah. It's one of those few times where I'll be like, you actually should go check it out because it's actually a decent ad. I don't remember what the car it's for,
who
but
cares? Had Batista and what's the name in it? Yeah, that guy.
And Eugene Levy, yeah. And oh shit, Catherine O'Hara is in it, and I saw a lot of people really dug the Sopranos one.
I dug it because it was like
where it
shot
shows
for shot the intro to Sopranos. Here's what I like about it. One, I watched an episode of Sopranos tonight because it got me back in the mood to watch it again. But two, anytime I watch a YouTube video, that's the ad that comes up. Yeah, so I have that like the intro song just in my head, like all day today at work. I'm like, you got a blue moon in your eyes. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, and then having oh shit, I can't think of her name on the show, but the one that plays his daughter.
Meadow is her character name. Jamie Lynn Sigler, because I just watched a Shep episode tonight.
There you go. Nice. Yeah, and that the guy she meets at the end, that's the one that was his son, right?
I don't know.
I think. Because I know he looks different, obviously, than on the show, because he was a little boy then. I was
looking at the dude trying to figure out who that guy was.
Yeah, I think that's the significance, is that it's her and him.
That was little Anthony
you can't
Soprano?
I think. Like, obviously, you can't get Gandolfini for the commercial.
We can get DMX. We're getting Gandolfini.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say he's partying with DMX, so they're busy at the moment.
I don't. I'm looking, Brian.
Maybe. All right.
Yes, you're right. That was AJ. That was little Anthony Jr.
Okay. So that's what I thought, because she hugs him at the end of it, and a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, right in the feels," and I was like, "Why?" And then I was like, "Wait, is that the son?" Because he doesn't really look the same. Because again, it's been quite a while since that show. He's grown a little
bit.
Yeah. He's a grown ass man now.
Huh.
Yeah.
I did not realize.
Yeah. Yep. But man, there was all sorts of like trailers and stuff dropped during the Super Bowl
the
too.
Doctor Strange one, but I've since watched it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Because I wrote down all the ones because like where do we start? Like the Rings of Power, the Lord of the Rings show, which looks pretty dope. Yeah, which really sucks because Amazon keeps getting these damn shows and I don't have Amazon. Like, damn it. Like, am I going to have to get rid of like all of my other streaming so I can afford Amazon?
Apparently.
Because Amazon doesn't charge you per month, I believe. I think you have to pay at the yearly price. So,
I think you can still pay month to month.
Oh, do they? Okay. I didn't know. Once before, a long time ago, I looked and it was where you had to pay it like yearly. So, because that was why I do like the trial thing and then quit, because it's like, if it was like $12 or $13 a month, it'd be one thing, but 100 and what is it going up to 140 I think a year now? Because they said this Friday, I think the price goes up. It's still worth it, even just for the streaming service when you compare it to like Netflix.
Guess, but man, it annoys the shit out of me. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Because it's just like if you comb back through all the old episodes, there's various episodes I remember where I'm like, yeah, here's what I hate about streaming. We're gonna get to a point where by the time you pay for all the streaming services, you might as well have just had cable.
Wrong, man. You're not wrong.
Here we are. Yeah. Well, the worst part too is like, my mom and I were talking because we saw, I forgot what it was, something that's going to be on Amazon, and she was kind of interested in it, and I was like, well, I can get it. And I was like, but, and she's like, well, how much extra is it? And I told her, and she's like, geez, cable's already. I'm like, yeah, but the streaming services don't care.
100%.
They just want you to get their streaming service. They don't care that,
I can't remember
You know?
what. God, I feel so stupid. It must be that brain fog, Brian. That COVID brain fog.
Yeah. Or maybe because you've had two
Maybe.
old fashions tonight.
It was AMC streaming service is going to have a show on it. I don't remember what the fuck it is anymore. But I was like, during the commercial, during the Super Bowl, I was like, oh man, that looks like a cool show. And then I was like, of course it's on yet another streaming service that I don't want to get.
Yeah. It's not free.
That's not free. Yeah, because it's AMC Plus or whatever.
Right. And like I have AMC because we have cable, but AMC Plus you don't get access to. Like I can get the AMC app or whatever it is and watch. Wait, AMC doesn't seem right. Is that right? You're talking the channel with like Better Call Saul.
Right.
And...
Oh yeah, they're gonna have an interview with the vampire show.
That's what it was.
And I was like, oh shit, I'd watch that. And then I'm like, oh wait, I don't want yet another service. Maybe a month or two ago, I sat down and did the math on like how much money we got going out, and it's like, maybe I need to cut some of these services.
Yeah, well, I agree because that's why I was saying is it's like my mom pays for the cable, I pay for the streaming stuff that I watch, and I got Hulu, Peacock, Netflix. I feel like there's another one that I have. Disney Plus, the whole bundle, Disney Plus. And it's like, dude, that's like $50 a month,
100%
just for that, and it's like, and that doesn't, thank goodness I can watch some stuff on cable, it's like, because if not, then I'd have to have like Discovery Plus so I could watch Food Network shows that I really like, or get Paramount Plus so I can watch certain shows or whatever else I have to get. It's like, God, it's like I don't want to pay for 19 different streaming services.
Adds up.
Yeah, and you have to pay for the internet on top of that. And it's not like the internet is cheap anymore. For like unlimited internet around here, it's like like 150, I think it is, or 120 a month, something like that.
So I have a cheaper rate, but that don't matter.
Okay, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, so if it's that much plus all those services, you're paying $200 a month. That you might as well just have cable. Might as well have just never went away. It's like, it's so stupid. And it's even worse if you're, a person who, like I said, if we had cable and wanted to add all these, now you're putting yourself, up toward $300 a month on stuff. It reminds you back in the day whenever you knew that person who had like HBO, Showtime, all the premium stuff, and you were like, yo, how are you paying like $250 a month for your cable?
I love it. I love being entertained.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're like, oh, that's so stupid. Now you look at it and go, oh, yeah, I get it, actually.
I'm looking at what AMC offers, and one of them's Shudder. I remember paying $5 a month for Shudder. So, I mean, like, how much more is AMC Plus? Are they going to get me, Brian?
Well, it's understandable, I guess. Like, I wouldn't have Peacock if it wasn't for the WWE. It's not that there isn't good stuff on there. I mainly have it for the WWE network.
It pisses me off, Brian. I pay $5 a month for Shudder. Apparently, if AMC Plus comes with Shudder, it's $9 a month for AMC Plus.
See, that seems worth it compared to, because then you get all the other stuff too. But it's still another $4 a month.
It's a new streaming bundle that has the best AMC, BBC America, IFC, and Sundance TV with full access to Shudder, Sundance Now, and IFC Films Unlimited.
That's quite a bit of stuff, actually. Like BBC has some stuff in there that is probably worth watching too.
Cancel Shudder, and then go AMC, because I wouldn't mind watching that Interview with a Vampire show.
Yeah,
Does it have Tom Cruise involved? No,
I'm with
cool. It's like that Amazon show Reacher. It's based off those books.
Yeah, where it's actually a little closer to the character, how he's supposed to be in the books.
Reacher book. I took it with me on vacation because everyone jacks off about it. And I'm like,
Oh,
and it was
yeah,
all
yeah.
right. But I mean, when I read the book, he's supposed to be like this like 6'5" shredded dude. And then they got Tom Cruise playing him.
Yeah, like the guy in the show. Yeah,
Yeah,
whereas
the
the
guy
guy
in
in
the
the
show is
show,
huge and
I think that
jacked.
guy's actually, I think he's 6'3", because I looked, because if you look in all the shots they show in the ads and stuff, he's quite a bit taller than almost everybody. And in my head, I'm going, I wonder if they put him in lifts or something to make him taller than everybody, or if they like deliberately tried to get shorter actors, or what they did to do that, because he looks so much
I mean,
bigger
if
than
they're
everyone
smart,
in
they
that.
just cast a big fucking dude.
Right. And it was like, it reminds me of like how Vince McMahon used to have like anyone interviewing the wrestlers, you know, like the backstage interviews and stuff. They take their
Right.
shoes off first. That way they're even shorter, you know, so that the superstars look massive compared to everybody else. That's why, you know, the referees in WWE are always smaller. You never really see like big jacked, like, oh, that guy was clearly formerly a wrestler type, you know, even though a lot of them
Paramedics,
were.
though,
But,
those guys
you
are
know,
fucking huge.
yeah, the security and the paramedics, those guys are
Fucking huge, bro.
because they're current wrestlers. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know.
You never know. I might be getting that now, like an asshole. Yeah.
Makes sense. I mean, they showed a thing for Moon Knight again, which was basically the same thing they showed before, but this time they had the like the logo, and a little more like when he's, you know, jumps in the air, you see the full extension of his
Nice.
cape in the moon shape
Sexy
and
as moon
whatnot,
shape.
you know. I'm already excited as hell for that series anyway, so they don't have to do much except just, you know, upload it to
Yeah,
Disney
right.
Plus. What else was there? Oh, the Doctor Strange trailer was really interesting.
I watched that this morning, and then I actually watched, because it was such a weird, crazy trailer, that I then
Yeah.
watched a like Easter egg video of it, and this guy had so many little insights that I missed in the trailer that I was like,
Yeah.
man.
I saw quite a few. Yeah, I saw quite a few, but I meant to do that and I forgot because I figured there was probably a lot that I missed in it.
It seems like this movie's very much going to tie into What If and WandaVision. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Well, and Loki, because Loki was showing us the timeline stuff too. Yep. That's definitely, well, I guess Spider-Man too, but I haven't got to see Spider-Man yet.
Professor X?
Yeah, right? There's no way that's not Patrick Stewart. And the thing is, you know what that makes me believe is that he meets the Illuminati.
That's what this dude.
Because I don't know if you remember. Okay, in the Marvel comics, the Illuminati is like Reed Richards, Professor X, Doctor Strange eventually, and Tony Stark, I believe. I don't remember if there's anyone else, but I know it's at least like those guys. So that's my guess, is that's the next kind of thing there, that may be, you know, kind of who ends up saving things in the movie. You know, the smartest people in the universe, or multiverse, verse. But it'd be interesting though, because, you know, I mean, spoiler alert: Patrick Stewart in Logan, he dated.
Well, see,
he's partying with.
The thing that guy speculated on that I kind of like is that the way Marvel Studios is gonna bring in like Professor X and the X-Men and shit like that is because it's a multiverse.
Yeah. Right. I think that's the easiest way, so that they're not straight up retconning all the Fox movies if they want to.
I mean, I love that idea.
Yeah.
That they're like, hey, we have all these properties that we didn't have control of, but now we're getting control of them.
Yeah.
How can we involve them? Oh, Marvel's a multiverse, motherfuckers. Let's start integrating it.
Yep. Yeah, I think so too. I think that's the smartest way of doing it for this. And yeah, the other thing is, though, is like hearing Patrick Stewart, and then I'm like I said, if I'm thinking along the lines of the Illuminati, it's like, are we going to get a Reed Richards reveal? Because, you know, everybody, like, people are just hoping that Marvel Studios does a Fantastic Four something, movie, series, whatever it ends up being, you know. So we'll see. Pretty stoked for that movie, though, too.
I mean, I'm actually kind of behind on my Marvel movies. I still haven't watched Shang-Chi. I haven't watched Captain Marvel. I haven't watched Black Widow.
Yeah, I haven't watched Black Widow and Shang-Chi. I've watched, I think, everything else that's been out. And I've caught up on, I'm on top of all the series that have been out. And I haven't seen Spider-Man, which does tie in.
Right.
Yeah. What sucks is Spider-Man, I mean, I think it's still in the theater, but before long it won't be. And then I read the other day that the streaming home of it is going to be Stars.
Boo
because Sony and Stars had a deal in place that I guess now everything like going forward is going to be I forgot what it is, but it won't be on Disney Plus for like 180 days or something like that, to where someone else can get it for like 3 months.
I guess I can wait, but still.
Or 6 months, I'm sorry. Yeah. But then when I saw that, I was like, oh man, because like I really want to see that dang movie, but I really don't want to go to a theater to see the movie either.
I hear you.
Yeah. Yeah. So it looks like it'll be quite a while, unless I just, there's a chance my brother might buy it because he really wants to see it. And I know he doesn't have Stars either. The other thing was Stars probably has some sort of a free trial thing that I guess could always use. Just watch Spider-Man and
be like, you know what? Get bent, yo. Get out of here, you and your Stars. Go on
get. So there was did you see the trailer for the Lightyear show that Disney Plus is going to have? No. Do you know about this? Like, it's Chris Evans as Buzz Lightyear, but it's right. The Tim Allen version of Buzz Lightyear is a cartoon that was based on the real guy Buzz Lightyear in that universe. Okay, so Chris Evans is playing the real guy Buzz Lightyear, and it's supposed to be about like his adventures. And actually, I thought it looked kind of good. It looked, kind of funny
is it live action
and good. Like,
okay, all right.
No, it's animated. He's got like this. He has a robot companion called Socks. That's a robot cat. And it's funny because at one point the cat, joins him, and then they're in danger, and the cat's like, "I regret joining you." So, yeah, I thought it looked pretty decent though.
I got the trailer up right now. Looking, just got playing in the background here.
And his voice, I think, is actually pretty good as Buzz Lightyear. It's not like that big of a depart from Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear. It's just less
that
cartoony.
Brian,
like if you just dialed it.
That Chris Evans can be the next Home Improvement. Like if they're gonna do Home Improvement, the movie,
and the next Santa Claus in the Santa Claus series that Disney's going to be doing,
and the next Captain in Galaxy Quest 2.
Right. Actually, he would probably be decent in that role because he plays the kind of straight man type of thing. But I don't want him to fucks with Galaxy Quest. I wanted to just
hammer.
Yeah, I just want that left alone. That movie's perfect as it is. I don't want to recast. A sequel maybe, but a recast definitely not.
But somebody, that's such a cult classic. They might get left alone. Might.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope.
Oh man,
I hope. What was it? Oh, I had one more down here, which was the DC trailer, which has like Black Adam, The Flash, Aquaman 2, The Batman.
Was it just a basic ass DC trailer? Is that what it's called?
Well, I had read that it was supposed to be a Black Adam trailer, but when you watch it, it's got like it shows some stuff for Black Adam, then it shows some stuff for like the Flash movie, then it shows like including a shot of Hawkman in one of them. I can't remember if it's the Flash or if it's in Black Adam, but you get to see Dr. Fate, like the full costume Dr. Fate, which was pretty dope. And then of course there's a little snippet for the Batman, which they're already running trailers for that anyway. But and calzones,
calzones.
And there's a little thing that shows some Aquaman 2 coming up, and it's like the stuff looks good. It's like it finally looks like DC's got a shot at having a good year.
Maybe they figured it out finally.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm not going to believe it until I see it, unfortunately.
Oh, I 100% agree. Yeah. Well, I trust in the Black Adam movie because you know, I think that'll probably be kind of cool.
You know, it'd be hilarious about the Black
Flash
Adam movie.
knows.
A cameo by Kevin Hart. I don't know as what, but it'd be hilarious.
Yeah. It'd be great if, like, how Shazam has Billy Batson. Wouldn't it be great? Kevin Hart plays, like, and then when he says whatever, he becomes, you know, the Rock.
That actually would be amazing.
I don't care if it's this movie or some other movie, but they need to make that
indeed.
happen. I've seen so many people wish that those two would make twins. Like, remake of twins. But they're already doing a new twins.
Talk about this?
Yeah, because Tracy Morgan's going to be, it's going to be called Triplets. Yeah. Which I don't know about that, but
current DeVito, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I would much rather see Kevin Hart and The Rock as
twins. Rock, yeah. I think
that'd be fun.
I agree. Mm-hmm. Or like I said, where one is the kid, and then when he, you know, transforms into a superhero or whatever, it's The Rock at that point. I think that could be kind of fun. But yeah,
I mean. Maybe
so, yeah,
DC will do it.
There's a lot of there was a lot of trailers flopped out during the Super Bowl, though. And we also got the announcement of the opening date for Obi-Wan on Disney Plus, which is May 25th. Did you see the significance of that? Like, May 25th is the date that Star Wars opened.
Wait, no, it's May the 4th. Shit.
25th.
No, I did not see that, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually I saw some people online that were like, why didn't they pick May the 4th? You know,
that's a date everybody knows.
Right. But they went with the 25th because it's the anniversary of Star Wars. Yeah. I'm pretty excited for that series too. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, we're going to get more Darth Vader on screen.
And
so
Hayden Christensen's coming back.
That should be interesting
to me, man.
We'll see how that goes.
I had no idea.
You know, it's interesting. You read or you mentioned, I think last week, about Thrawn, Admiral Thrawn being like a villain or whatever. I've been reading that's like the big rumor for the villain for the Ahsoka show, and that's a really good villain to have for that. Because I also read that they may have the Grand Inquisitor in that show. Which, if people haven't watched, God, which show is that? I think that's Rebels, that they had the Grand Inquisitors in. Those were pretty cool, though. I loved their lightsabers, how they ring and then they spun around. That was pretty crazy. But you know, of course, we'll have to wait and see on that kind of stuff.
Final episode of Boba Fett. What'd you think?
Yes, sir. I did.
You like?
I did.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When I say Boba Fett, I mean Mandalorian 2.5. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Boba Fett ended at episode 4. It became The Mandalorian 2.5. Season 2.5 from that point forward. Although, in fairness, the last episode does have, you know, Boba Fett actually talks in it and is actually a central character in it. Yeah. Even though realistically, a good chunk of the episode is still The Mandalorian.
Although, you know, I mean, no spoilers. I guess kind of spoilers.
I mean, I think we kind of got to talk spoilers. I was just going to
say, the very end of the episode really let Fennec shine, too. Yeah, because you haven't really seen her do her thing.
Yeah, and I think I mentioned that a few weeks ago, to where I'm like, she's like a badass assassin, but she's killed like nobody. Like, you know, so... Yeah. And partway through that episode, I was like, where the hell did she go? Because he's getting other reinforcements, and then she's just gone. You know, every night. Yeah. But I'm going to throw spoilers out there because of a couple things, which, first of all, I mean, you know, Grogu showing up in Luke's X-Wing was kind of a cool moment. You know, also, you know, pretty glad they went that way with the story. Because realistically, if he stays with Luke, then that kind of tells us that he probably dies at Ben Solo's hand.
True.
Because allegedly Ben Solo killed all the Jedi in the temple, which we were seeing being built in previous episodes. So I was glad.
I want some.
Yeah, I'm glad they went this way.
Well,
but
here's my
yeah.
thought on Mandalorian 3. Because, they
Yeah.
say, like, all the things they're saying about the Darksaber was, built by
Yeah.
a Mandalorian who's also a Jedi. Fucking Grogu.
Yep. That's I agree. I really think that's where they're leading with that. So I hope so, because I can't wait to see Grogu wielding the damn Darksaber.
Sword to him. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it would be. Yeah. But it was cool seeing Grogu have more powers in this episode too. But seriously, I mean, elephant in the room, no pun intended. How fucking cool was the Rancor stuff?
Great.
Because like the whole time with those bots, I'm like, how the fuck are they going to defeat these things? And I'm thinking it's going to be Grogu related, that he's going to somehow just dismantle them with the Force or some shit like that.
Fett's deuces. You just keep your heads down. I'll be back. I thought he was going to get like a ship or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, well, he's got to go get something with more force, is what I was thinking, because he said the force weapons they had weren't strong enough. So I'm thinking, okay, he's got to go get, and I'm like, either that or maybe there is some weird cult of like sand troopers that are still alive or something like that, or sand people, And when he shows up on the Rancor, I was like, oh, fuck yeah. I was like, that's fantastic. I love that. So, yeah, that was pretty good. Also, so again, spoilers here. Did you catch who was in the Bacta tank at the end of it?
No.
The Marshal.
Oh, was there like an after credit scene? Oh, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it shows inside, and it shows the dude who fixed Fennec, who made her all like robot-y in the tummy. Yeah, it showed him like sparking up some weapons, and the Marshal's in the Bacta tank. Because remember when Boba Fett, he says the Bacta tank's full, or it's in use.
See,
they show the scene, and
sandwich was in there or whatever.
Well, the problem with Black Sandwich being in there is he's too big. Like, oh, that'd be terrible. Go back to episode 1 of our show if you want to talk about some Wookiees and clogging up
so
things.
So long ago, Brian.
I think it's our first episode. But yeah, it was because when they showed it, I'm like, because honestly, as they showed the Bacta tank from a distance, I'm like, oh, don't have Cad Bane in there. Which, first of all, we got to talk about how pissed was I when Cad Bane gets allegedly killed. We don't know if he's dead for sure. Did you see there's stuff online that gimmick on his chest is supposed to essentially show his heartbeat, and it never goes completely out? To where maybe he, Boba Fett just like wounds him seriously, but doesn't kill him. But I thought it was really cool how he ended up taking him down with the whatever that thing's called, that bar that he uses. Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool that it wasn't showing his progression. Star Wars loves to show the growth of the character.
They sure do, don't they?
And that was them showing that he's, didn't have to rely on his bounty hunter tech.
Speaking of growth and Cad Bane, because it's made me think of when you said his name.
Talk about it in your pants when you first saw him.
Some guy put a post on Reddit that was like, for every upvote, I will make Cad Bane's hat bigger. And eventually it was just the Sons of Tatooine wearing his hat. It was pretty funny. Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like that. Ah, man. I don't know. It's like, as the Boba Fett part of the show, the Mandalorian parts of the show were by far and away the better parts of the show, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was a decent show. I will say this though, if there's any talk of a season 2 with no Mandalorian parts, they need to step their game way up. Because I don't think that show would have done real well if there was no Mandalorian parts. Because I know some people who quit watching the show at like episode 3.
The guy I work with is a massive Star Wars fan, and I'm like, "Hey man, you watching Boba Fett?" He's like, "Nah, I stopped watching." I'm like, "Bro, it's like basically Mandalorian 2.5." He's like, "Oh, I should watch it then."
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, exactly. So, yep. But good stuff though. I had a good time. It's one of those like, one of the ways I judge the series, right, is like when it's over, are you like tonight, it's like, oh man, there's no new episode to watch tonight, and I'm disappointed by that.
Absolutely.
disappointed there's nothing new to watch tonight. Dang it, Disney. I mean, there'll be a new Peacemaker tonight or tomorrow, I think, but but even that's the season finale of that show.
Season finales left and right.
Well, that's what happens when you only have 7 or 8 episodes. Yeah. Seasons end real
Speaking
fast.
of seasons, do you know what I started playing again, Brian?
Is it a cooking game?
That'd be Cooking Mama.
Season. Yeah, Cooking Mama. I couldn't think of the damn name of that game as plain as the name is.
Last weekend, I'm like, time to fire up some Battlefield and shoot some mugs, right? And it took so long to find the game because everyone's dropping out of the game, which is sad for me because I paid for that game.
Yeah, right. That's the worst part in that, right? Is people with these stupid boycotts of it, instead of just taking the game for what it is,
sucking it up.
They're just, and now anybody who did enjoy the game, they fucked those people.
That's exactly what happened. So I'm hoping.
I'll tell you what I would do if I was Battlefield is I'd start filling in bots. That way people could still play the game.
But, it's not. I mean,
I know it's not the same, but at least you can play. They can put in difficult bots and really make it challenging.
The unpredictability of the human, the ultimate prey.
Yeah, that's. You mean the human element?
No, I couldn't play, and I was like, "Fuck!" I really felt like playing a shooter, and I'm like, you know what, dude?
GoldenEye.
I fired up fucking Warzone.
Oh
that in a very, very long time, and it's all new map now, and it's all World War II weapons. I don't know what happened.
Okay, wow, that's quite a change.
Like it loads up and it's just like, like some guy I've never seen in an old plane crash landing on an island. I'm like, I don't know what's happening anymore. Talking about Trident Squad or whatever. I don't know. Then I started playing and it's all these old weapons. I don't know what happened. I mean, I know a new Call of Duty came out. It must be a World War II game, and they're just.
I don't know. I don't remember if it was or wasn't. Yeah,
it's season 2 of that of Warzone.
Well, I know the talk with Warzone was to kind of make it be its own like standalone kind of thing, so they could do kind of whatever they wanted with it. So maybe each season
that's why I played it because I'm like, free to play, and I know it's updated, whatever. So I don't know what's happening. Yeah,
that makes sense.
It was fun. I mean, I'll be honest. It's Call of Duty. It's a battle royale. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. Although when I played yesterday, I think it was yesterday, they had like massive team deathmatch going. I'm like, oh, this is fun. I like this. Yeah, that was cool. But I don't know. It's just,
I was reading in the something earlier today. I was talking about the new Halo game that there's going to be a like in the game creator mode. What's it called? Forge, I think it's called, or something. That in not now, but I think in May there's supposed to be a new update for it, like the next season. And in that one, I guess when you're picking your games and stuff, you can change the weather in the game too. And I'm sure that means they're going to put some challenging stuff in there. Like you remember in, was it that one Battlefield, I think it was, or was it Call of Duty? Call of Duty, where there was like the one map that was in the snow where everybody was using like thermals because you couldn't snipe in that, without using a thermal scope basically. So I bet they're going to have stuff like that to where, it hinders vision and different stuff like that. That could be kind of cool. Yeah. Another reason to play the Halos, I guess.
I mean, unfortunately, I don't have the technology to play the Halos.
Yeah, I probably do now.
You might.
With what I'm using right now, I could just pair I know really the way I should do it is learn how to use the keyboard, but I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Keyboard mouse, huh?
I don't think I'm ever going to be a console or a computer gamer to that end, but I could be the type that just pairs a controller up and plays on the computer, though.
It is a thing you can do.
Yeah, I ain't against that for sure. Right. But yeah, game looks good though. Anyway, but it's like I kind of miss how we always used to jump on those and get after whether it was the multiplayer or the co-op or whatever in the game, because co-op and those were always fun too.
I mean, let's be honest. Once upon a time, that was like part of our weekend ritual with our boys. We'd just, hop online, play some games, have a time. Man, getting old sucks.
Yep.
Right?
I know. Yep. Oh, I forgot when we were talking about trailers. Did you watch the Studio 666 trailer?
No. See, I missed so much shit. Is this Super Bowl again?
That was no. That's the Foo Fighters horror movie.
No, I did not.
Damn it.
I'm horrible, Brian. You know that.
Damn it. It looks pretty fun. Like, I give you the synopsis of it is they're looking for a place to make their next album, and this house that they go into, they kind of start vibing on it, and of course the house is, haunted basically.
Spooky.
And it looks like Dave Grohl gets possessed and basically starts killing off everybody else in the
that's
band.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, it looks pretty fun. Like, I'm pretty sure it's a movie we're gonna have to check out. Like, I think we should do a movie review of it when it comes out, because I think we'll enjoy the movie. But yeah, so yeah, good times.
Dun, dun.
Yep. One other thing here too, which you actually pointed out to me, which I seen it just before you mentioned it to me, which was that Hulu announced that there's going to be a new season of Futurama coming. But as of right now, John DiMaggio is not attached, because apparently, from the stuff that the internet is saying, is that they can't get a deal worked out. And basically, Hulu is saying that if they can't get a deal worked out, they're going to recast the role. And many of folk on the internet are very much like, I have no interest in this show if John DiMaggio is not playing Bender, which I 100% agree with, because Bender is the show.
He's the Bart Simpson of Futurama.
Yeah. You have to have John DiMaggio back as Bender. Otherwise, I don't think you do the show. Everybody else basically is attached, though.
That's crazy to me that he's so far not on board.
Yeah. And no, of course, there is a chance they could get that worked out. They just announced that they're going to do it. I mean, it's not like they're already, it's not like it's ready to be broadcast or something here. So hopefully they get their head out of their ass, and whatever he wants, basically, they just give it to him, because he deserves it.
If they recast him, that is the worst idea ever. People are going to be fucking
for
pissed.
So many reasons. Yeah. Like, he literally made that character, Also, I don't know. It's weird, when shows recast voices. Especially if the person tries to do the same voice. It's like, when you watch like new Scooby-Doo or new Looney Tunes. And it's like, this sounds like Bugs Bunny, but it isn't Mel Blanc. Like, it's not the Bugs Bunny I grew up on, Or like, there's that new Ice Age movie that is on Disney Plus, I think it is. And the one Woolly Mammoth is it's the character that Ray Romano played in one of them, but it's not Ray Romano doing the role, because almost the whole cast did not come back for this new movie. Yeah, and when you listen to it, you're like, it's Ray Romano-ish. Like, it's Ray Romano adjacent. Right. It's like, but it's not quite right. And it's like, I don't want a almost Bender. I don't want a fake Razor Ramon,
That's like a nice poll, Brian.
Like, yeah, it's like, I want the real thing, or honestly, just don't give us new episodes. Just
Scoob.
Yeah, like, I love that show. I absolutely love that show, but John DiMaggio is the reason that show's 100%. So good. I mean, the writing, obviously, but you know what I'm saying? It's like he's so good as that character. You can't fucks with that.
Wow, that really makes me sad hearing that.
Yeah, me too, because I was super jazzed about it. And then when I saw that, because someone was like, blah, blah, and they're like, but, and I'm like, but, and I'm like, oh no. Well, because the headline I saw was like, but, the whole original cast may not be returning. And I'm like, oh no, because it's like, you got to have, well, everybody really, but it's like it's gonna be hard to replace Billy West, who does Fry and Dr. Farnsworth and obviously various others, and John DiMaggio. And I was like, those two you absolutely have to have. The rest you need, but I don't think are quite as important, but they're pretty important, And Scruffy, 100%, you have to have, because, no, I'm kidding. I don't remember who does Scruffy's voice. The janitor on there. Hey, I'm Scruffy.
It's you, Brian, obviously.
Yeah. Surprise,
motherfucker.
Yeah, but we'll see. Hopefully they get that straightened out, though, because, again, there's a lot of time, and I figure they probably will, especially with the internet leaning hard on Hulu on this one.
To throw money at them, guaranteed.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
Hulu,
so, too.
Don't you have enough money?
Of course. They don't have, like, Netflix money?
They're
What are you talking about?
The Disney Plus package or whatever.
I know. Just because you got Disney money behind you doesn't mean you have Disney money in your pocket. It's like having rich parents.
That's true. That's fair.
No, Hulu's doing just fine.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, they won't be if they don't get John DiMaggio. But yeah, hopefully, like I said, hopefully they sort that out, because
so bright.
Yeah, because then we can fully get excited for the show. Until then, no excitement. Mild excitement.
My dog just started freaking out for some reason. Because I'm hearing shit.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
You got these sick ass headphones.
Yeah.
I only have like one news story, Brian.
All right, I don't have any, so I didn't bother really looking for any because I had all this other stuff.
I only have one. I didn't even look. It found me, and I must share it. And normally it would be a shut up and take my money, but it's sold out. So whatever.
Oh, all right.
Have you heard of Frites by Idaho?
No, but I'm assuming it's French fries is Frites, right?
So Frites by Idaho, Brian. It's hold on, I'm trying to copy this link here.
Oh my God, this has to be some sort of like. Oh, okay, I know what this is. Yeah, sorry. What's funny, real quick, is when you say Frites by Idaho, the first thing that popped into my head was like Beats by Dre.
No, the Idaho Potato Commission or whatever for Valentine's
Day, something like that,
is giving away or was giving away, sold out, of course. French fry scented perfume.
Delicious.
I think it's made from potatoes, maybe too. I don't know. I mean, it was only $1.89 for a 1.7 ounce bottle.
That's not very much, really.
Out. Yeah.
Oh, of course it did.
Yeah, I'm going to click this link and see.
That's sad.
Idaho
I would
Potato.
some of that for sure.
Do you think they got merch?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, Frites.
How could they not? Right.
Local pickup not available. I'm sad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, Brian. Would you rock some frickin' French fry perfume or what?
Well, in fairness, I eat enough French fries. I pretty much smell like them anyway. I can't blame them for doing it, And listen, if they smell like crispy French fries, I mean, how many times I've smelled French fries and had the mouth water happen. You're like, fries sound good.
The Idaho Potato Commission does have merch, and they got all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah.
Their mascot is called Spuddy Buddy. I don't know if I like his name.
Oh my,
terrifies me.
Yeah. I'm disappointed that we have an inside man in Idaho and he didn't.
Dude, how come we haven't been hooked up with this package of Idaho potato playing cards? Or this big Idaho potato truck? Or this shirt that says exercise. I thought you said extra fries. I mean, I'm not mad at that one.
I'm not either. Yeah, I can't wear a shirt like that because I'm just opening myself up to ridicule. But You know,
Now I gotta
as a
say, it
larger
shouldn't
man.
take me to get to page 4 of their merch page, which is the last one, to find the official Idaho potato peeler. That should be front and center.
Yeah, you would think that.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying. Although
I
for
agree.
the low price of 50 cents, you can get a Tater Tips from Spuddy Buddy booklet and a sticker. I don't know what's happening. What's
Okay.
going on in Idaho? Our inside man needs to alert us.
Yeah. Really quick, Tony, to answer your earlier question, the Frites is made from distilled Idaho potatoes and essential
Delicious.
oils.
It's just fat oil. That's the essential oil.
That's probably what it is. Yeah. Delicious. Okay, so I mean, if I'm like the bacon council, I'm probably doing one of these
absolutely.
next.
You got to have bacon fume or whatever.
Yep.
For bacon.
Who doesn't want
to? Dude, I prefer my
Yeah,
perfume thick cut.
Like, oh, is that bacon you're wearing? But like, this is peppered bacon.
Yeah, it's a spicy night out.
I thought you smelled a little spicy. Yeah.
Damn right.
Damn right.
Boy, does it smell like apple blossoms?
I like it.
Apple wood.
Yeah. Apple with smoke bacon.
Fucking
right behind my ears.
Yeah, that's that.
Yep. And a generous spray down my pants.
Yeah, that's the only link I got though, is that one for Frites, because it was so ridiculous. So absurd. I had to.
All right. Well, I guess let's do some QoftheW then.
Now, it's funny. I had it pulled up and now it's gone, which is awesome. Because
Sweet. Well, the question last week was kind of thrown at us by Cheeto Bandito, and asking us what old school games we dominated at, and so that's what we asked.
Yes, sir.
Everybody else, what games do you dominate
on
at?
The always reliable Instagram, we got no answers. Perfect. Pretty standard. Facebook.
Yeah.
Diamond Fan Big Dev. He says Assassin's Creed and Fable. When the Wii and Kinect first dropped, I was also killing it at Just Dance, which I would love to see. Yes.
I would too. Yeah. Fable's a good one. I didn't think about Fable. That's one of those few games where I beat everyone in the franchise. Well, the main games. I'm sorry, I forgot they put out that weird. I forgot what it was. There was some other Fable game they put out. There was just some odd game. So Fable I never even played it. Yes. No. Yeah. I'd play that. It sounds like Dev already played it. So.
And then Kiki, she says The Sims. I am God.
That's fair. That's fair. So, do you think there's somebody out there who just absolutely sucks at The Sims? Like they just can never do anything right in that game.
I never get involved enough to care.
Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah, I would for a short time. Like I was all in for a short time, and then I'm just like, eh.
That's really my hang up with it. Is like I start playing.
Okay.
I forgot about this. I made because when The Sims was a free download or whatever for PlayStation Plus, I'm like, okay, I will download The Sims and I will play it because I haven't played this in such a long time. And I did such thing, and I made just the creepiest looking motherfucking character, like receding hairline, thin and gaunt and tall, and like a mustache and glasses. And his name was Pete O'File.
Yeah. Oh, no.
And I was just trying to play him like a ghoul, and I did that for a couple hours, and I just lost all interest.
Yeah, that was kind of my thing. Was in the iterations of The Sims that we played, there really wasn't a lot of it didn't really feel like there was a point, like you do their day-to-day stuff and then that was kind of okay, we're done. There was no real, it was like after doing that so many times, it's like there's nowhere to really go with this game, so I got really bored with them. I do know in like newer versions there's a lot more stuff to do and things. I believe, like, you actually can do jobs and various other stuff. I think now, so quite a different game though. Because the last time I played The Sims was on my computer. Actually, I don't think I've ever played The Sims on a console. I played like Sim Coaster or something like that, like those kind of Sims games, but not the actual Sims itself. I think the last time I played was like on my one of my Macs, so yeah, it's been a hot minute since I played one.
Yeah, it's just like, it's just not interesting to me anymore.
Well, yeah, once you drown a character in the pool, what's there left to do? No, you didn't take the stairs out of the pool so they couldn't get out.
No.
Trap them in there forever? No?
I'm the worst.
All right. They're pixelated junk when they take showers and stuff like that. Or, see that people have made mods for it so it's no longer pixelated.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah. Because it's on the computers and stuff.
That's all I got, man.
And we didn't get many answers this week. I got one on Twitter from @HobiePod, which I believe is Jeff, isn't it? Yeah. He says Circus on the Atari, which I didn't even know this game existed. And it looks like there's like a seesaw, but it kind of flicks a character up, and you have to go in between these blocks to hit these other blocks, I'm guessing to eliminate them from the video that he posted. But that's all it looks like. So I no idea about this game at all.
Yeah, I've never heard of that game.
Yeah. Obviously from a couple years ago, though. Right. Many years ago. Yeah. So as far as I see, that's all we got on Twitter. So, of course, since it was Cheeto's question, I was hoping, he would respond. Also, Cheeto responds every week, so usually. Except for when he makes us cry.
Also true.
Yeah. He says he's pretty good at first-person shooters like COD, Destiny, Gears, etc., and exaggerated driving games like Burnout. It says I also do pretty well at third-person games like God of War or Tomb Raider. Back in the day, it was Half-Life and Jedi Academy, or Jedi Academy Temple of the Sith on the PC. It says, do I dominate? Not necessarily, but I can hold my own. Which, because you're our friend, we're going to overlook the obvious masturbatory reference we can make there. I don't think I played that Jedi Academy Temple game.
If I remember right.
I don't remember playing it. Because again, if it was mostly on a computer or only on a computer, there's a very tiny chance I played it, because I only played games on computer pretty much that you had for most of the time. And it wasn't until later. And again, like the games I played on my own computer were like games that I got as part of like the package when I bought it, like The Sims and stuff like that. Because the computer I bought had a small EA Games package. No. No, the one Mac I bought had like an EA Games package on it. That's why I played The Sims. I don't remember what else was on it. There was only like 2 of the games I had any interest in. The rest I was meh,
Good.
Yeah.
Totally good.
So, yeah. So there you go. That's our QoftheW for last week. Do you have any more to go from? Okay, let's go with one of yours.
Sure, and then these are okay. You got 1 through 4, Brian.
Shit, you've been assembling more.
I just add it to my list.
I like. Yeah. No, it's good. That's what I do too. So I like that. Let's go with 4.
If a friendly alien landed in your kitchen and wanted something to eat, what would you give them and why?
A knuckle sandwich.
Welcome to America, bitch. Not Earth, America.
Yeah, you're right. The rest of the world would probably treat them much better. I
mean, like you gotta think. What do you have in your kitchen right now?
That's what I was just gonna say. Is you got to really kind of overthink it a little bit because you got to go. What do I always have in my kitchen, basically? Or if you literally mean this second,
let's go with what's in your kitchen
which I think is
currently. Yeah.
Right now, okay. Oh man, oof, it's a rough. This is a rough one.
I mean, I got one if you need some time.
All right, yeah,
So
I need a
always
minute.
have, so this would be always on the ready, is I always have popcorn kernels. And I will make this alien some bomb-ass stovetop popcorn with fresh melted butter and salt for several reasons. One, it smells delicious, it tastes delicious. Butter's the best thing on the earth, let's be honest. And plus, it cooks with violence, so he knows what he's in store for.
Also, if you need to, you have a hot pan afterwards.
Yeah.
Plus, just
in
case.
Honestly, stovetop popcorn is it's seriously one of the best things ever.
It's really good.
Yeah, I always have that.
That's fair. I always have popcorn too. Yeah. Thinking about what I have right now. Ah, man. Ooh. I'm just trying to think what. Because again, we're at a point where it's like about time to go to the store again. So. You're catching me a little with my pants down here. Hey,
email, so I'm gonna drop this QoftheW in our chat field. Yeah.
Oh, all right, fair enough. Man, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this one, but I am. I'm gonna just go with some like mac and cheese, man, because there's just nothing wrong with mac and cheese.
Pretty goddamn delicious.
You know, and also if it is coming here looking to harm me by feeding it mac and cheese, there's a good chance that maybe it won't want to harm me as
friendly alien.
Oh, okay. Well, then you got to feed it like a friend then, and mac and cheese. Then we'll go with that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, maybe I'll take it up a notch and Cajun it for it or something. As I would do. Yeah. Yeah, if we were going with what's in there. Out of curiosity, if it wasn't what was in your kitchen right now, if you just had to choose, and I don't mean like any menu, blah, blah, but like of the store stuff you would normally buy, what would you, like if you had to give it your best dish kind of a concept or something?
I'd probably do something on the smoker, maybe some pulled pork or maybe like some beer can chicken.
Right.
Yeah.
Until you find out the aliens, like, vegetarian or they only eat a high protein slurry.
The old high protein slurry.
You're like, oh, I have a protein shake. Yeah, like, oh, I got some protein shakes over here. That's close enough.
On the flip side of things too, like French toast would be a good one too, because you can't go wrong with French toast.
It's a good move.
Actually, I'm making that Thursday.
I like that move. Yeah, sweet. I'll be over on Thursday. Yeah. I'll just be like you won't see Logan, but I'll just be wearing a convenient mask. Logan, did you get shorter?
Video games and stuff.
Yeah. I figure I have a better chance at impersonating him than I do Leah.
Depends. Leah just gotta get loud.
Oh well, yeah, that's not my move. So. Yeah. Although it'd be funny though, because the video games I talk to you about, you'd be like, these aren't the same video games he normally would talk to me about.
Right. Like Airplane.
Yeah. Something is afoot. All right. Well, there you go. So what does it got here? If a friendly alien landed in your kitchen and wanted something to eat, what would you give them and why?
My thing turned off. Show me what you got.
Wow, that was flawless. As always. All right. Well, I think we got us a show there.
We do have us a program, Ryan.
Excellent. All right. Well, head over to saltylanguage.com and click on all the links and check out the past episodes that are up over there. And whatever. You can find the link to the network that we're part of.
Turned off. All right, sorry, I'm trying to pull up the damn fortune cookie on time this time.
Oh. Well, at least this time you were trying to do something productive. Tangentbound Network, which can be found at tangentboundnetwork.com. So please go check out the other shows over there. And tell them that we sent you. If you talk to Mark for some reason, like if you'd like to start your own show, hit them up about that. And if you talk to Mark, of
Tell him I want a
course,
cigar.
yeah, that too.
And him and I can smoke it Lady of the Tramp style. We'll light it in the middle.
Ooh. Oh, okay. I was like, I don't think that's gonna work real well. It's gonna be very bad for one of you.
Both of us. Who wants to smoke a cigar like that?
Yeah. Like, I don't even know how the logistics of that work. Like,
I
how
just
can
know
you
in my
light
head
both
it was
ends?
sexy.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh man. If you want to reach out to us on the social medias, you can find us on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me at Stunami on Instagram and Twitter.
At The Monotony on Instagram, Salty Language, of course, saltylanguage.com. Check us out on YouTube, Salty Language Pods, where our sweet and salty languages are going to be dropping, and our sweet and salty language. And you can watch this episode right here, unless you're watching it right now, then good job. And then like, subscribe, smash the button. Oh, check me out on Twitch, Damn Dirty Ape. I'm starting to do some things. And the I is a 1 because gamer tags. Naturally. But there is actually a link to the Twitch feed on our website. So that works out too.
Okay, good. Because that'd be terrible otherwise. Like trying to search for things. Ugh.
Everyone wants to do everything's handed to them these days. So true.
So true. So true. All right. Well, there you go. I guess with that, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Stay salty and have an old fashioned too. And
sure,
ancient Chinese wisdom said, "You will step on the soil of many countries with your dick out." Why wouldn't you?
That's like the equivalent of planting your flag somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. Got to go plant that flag.